Fala galera, que se liga aí no canal do Notorius Game BR para mais um vídeo. Bom, cheguei no 220, né galera? Bom, vamos lá galera. Vamos jogar um pouco esse Red Dead 1 aqui, né? Ele foi lançado na Steam agora, semana passada. E vamos ver como é que tá. Vamos dar uma olhada aqui nos gráficos, né? Vou configurar ele agora com vocês agora aqui, ó. Vamos lá nos gráficos, né? Bom, tá aqui no 2K, né? 2560 por 140, 1444, 1440, 75 Hz, né? Que é a resolução, que é a taxa de Hz do meu monitor. Bom, qualidade, vamos lá, deixa eu ver aqui a qualidade. Tá no Ultra, né? Vamos lá. Bom, vamos jogar, né, galera? Vamos jogar, vamos ver no que vai dar esse jogo aqui. Normal, extremo. Tem que. Vamos normal, né, galera? Eu nunca joguei esse jogo. Vamos lá. Criar um novo jogo, né? Primeira vez, né? Este jogo é um recurso de salvamento automático ativado, padrão. Você pode desativá-lo a qualquer momento. No menu de opções. Continuar. Êxodo nos Estados Unidos. Que é isso? É o Speak Blinders, versão faroeste?
For one, am grateful, Mrs. Bush, that they are finally bringing civilization to this savage land.
I could not agree with you more, my dear. My daddy settled this land, and I know he'll be looking down on us, pleased at how we help the natives.
Yes, they've lost their land, but they've gained access to heaven.
But Father, do you mean unless an innocent receives communion, they're destined to go to hell? It hardly seems fair.
What I mean to say, Jenny, is that there is a great deal of difference between an innocent and a savage.
I never thought of it that way.
Yes, they lived like animals, but they're happier now.
Not only do people now have motor cars, Father, but I heard that pretty soon we will be able to fly.
No, only angels can fly, Jenny.
No, apparently people can fly. Didn't you hear? Out in Kansas, a man even got a car to fly.
I hardly think so, Jenny.
Apparently, Mr. Johns wants to run for governor, which is why he's so concerned with cleaning up the state.
Nate Johns.
Yes.
His family is nothing but hillbilly trash that came here after the war. I don't want to be judgmental, but this state should not be ruled by such a disgusting family. A family without class.
Apparently, the Johns family have made a lot of money, and he has a lot of friends in politics.
Mrs. Bush, money isn't everything. There are many things that money cannot buy.
It seems that money can buy voters, though.
What you must remember, my dear, is that we have been brought here to spread the word. And the word and civilization, they are the same thing. They are the gifts. It is the opportunity we have, the chance to live among people who are decent and who do not kill each other. And who let you worship in peace.
It's so confusing, Father. Sometimes I find it impossible to make the distinction between a loving act and a hateful one. I mean, they often seem to be the same thing.
Yes, Jenny, it is confusing. But you only have to ask me if you need help.
Indeed.
Well, here we are, Mrs. Bush. Armadillo.
Want to drink some whiskey later?
Bom, galera, parece que agora começou o jogo, né? Vamos lá. Armadillo Station.
Oh, hello. Wonder what old Nate Johns is going to do about all these Indians.
Deu uma pinga aí, moço. Ai, ai. Dá licença, minha senhora. Mas a senhora é casada? Parece que é pra gente ir aqui, galera. Nossa, que violência pra subir um degrauzinho. Ixi, olha o velho raparigueiro ali, rapaz. Precisa de ajuda aí, meu nobre senhor?
You must be John Marston.
Sometimes.
I'm Jake. Your friends from Blackwater hired me to guide you.
They ain't my friends, but pleased to meet you, Jake.
I got the horses saddled up and ready out front.
Que cavalo, rapaz? Quero saber da moça. Negócio de cavalo.
Things aren't what they were.
Well, here, let's mount up and hit the trail.
Suponho que esse cavalo aqui é nosso, né, galera?
That's what you keep saying. They could flow on the way out of town. No need to kick up a lot of dust.
Vixe!
Yeah. Whoa! So it's Fort Mercy you want to visit?
That's right.
Ain't taking nobody up to the fort in a long time.
Ixi.
Are you planning on spending any time in Armadillo, Mr. Marston?
I doubt it. I ain't planning on
Porra,
staying very long.
disparou agora,
Well, if
meu.
you're fixing for some female company, you can do a lot worse than Armadillo. Fine as cream gravy they are. Not like Thieves Landing. Dang, those girls ain't even
É,
fit for a
galera,
drinking
começou
man to
nossa
hold up with.
aventura
I'm a
aqui no
married
Velho
man, I'm
Oeste.
afraid.
Ain't we all?
Aí o pôr do sol. Bom, galera, os gráficos aqui, né, não é igual, né, do Red Dead 2, porém
Yeah.
tá
Oh,
muito
it was the
legal aqui
marshal
em
I had
2K.
made. Lee Johnson, do you
É um
know him?
gráfico assim
I think I
bem
heard his
legal, né?
name.
Dá
Says he
pra
got a
ver,
telegram
né,
from some Blackwater big
não
bucks
é igual ao
asking for
Red
a guy.
2, Red
I
Dead
guess
2,
it's none of my business.
mas é bem legal.
That's right.
Right.
You ain't very talkative, are you?
Nope.
I'm just chewing the dog, mister. It's how I am.
É,
I
velho,
don't
você
mean nothing
fala
by
muito, hein,
it.
velho.
Trust me. There's things you better off not knowing.
You don't look much like no Blackwater fella.
That's because I ain't.
If I'm being honest, I don't care much for those highfalutin big city types. Not much at all.
Blackwater ain't much of a city. More of a town with delusions, but no, me neither. Come.
A fella told me he was out in Blackwater a few months back and saw one of them newfangled carriages without horses.
Is that so?
And you wind him up like a clock. Damnedest thing ye ever saw without the aid of liquor, he told me.
Times are changing fast. That's for sure.
I'll tell you, Mr. Marston, those coyotes eat better than I do. Not far now. You'll see the fort when you get to the top of this hill. Listen, mister. This here's what's left of Fort Mercer. Some gang rode in and took the place over.
So I understand.
This is where we part ways, friend. You have yourself a good time.
É, galera, vamos entrar aqui esse forte abandonado aqui, vamos ver o que nos espera aqui, né? Vamos ver o que nos aguarda.
Bill! Bill, I've come for you! Bill Williamson! Come out here right now!
Go away now, John. Don't make me kill you.
Nobody needs to kill anyone, Bill.
Opa!
You must think I was born yesterday. You always did think I was an idiot.
That ain't fair, Bill. You were as my brother. I've come to try to save you.
Oh. Do I look like I need saving?
Bill, please. They want to kill us all. I can help you.
Well, you never tried to save me before. You only seemed to save yourself.
Bill, I implore you think about this.
You implore me? You implore me? You always were one for fancy words. Oh. Well, things are different now, John. Now I'm in charge! No more Dutch! And no more you. Implores. I implores you to go back and tell them to send someone just a little bit more impressive next time.
Well?
Oh.
Caralho, velho.
Poor John.
Parece que o nosso John foi dado como morto, hein, galera? Já no começo da jornada, a gente tá passando por isso já.
Well, you're alive.
So it would seem.
So, how do you feel?
I don't know the polite word for it.
I do. Stupid is the word we use around here. What were you doing?
I was doing something stupid.
Well, you'll be okay. Once you didn't die, the doctor said you'd be fine. He got the bullets out a couple days ago.
Good.
It cost us $15.
I'm sorry, madam. Should have left me there to die.
Did you want to die? I mean, was that it? Was that why you went straight out to Fort Mercer and picked a fight with the worst bandit in the county? To die, Mr.
Mr. Marston. John Marston.
Bonnie McFarlane. Miss Bonnie McFarlane.
Well, you may be right, Miss McFarlane. I don't know.
Huh. So what were you doing?
Trying to give Mr. Williamson a chance. For old time's sake.
You know Bill Williamson?
Knew him. Long time ago.
Well, what was he like?
Dumb.
Just like you.
Thank you, miss. See my hat?
I have. And, what will you do now?
Now I'm gonna take my time and go after him the less kind way.
Well, that sounds very fun, Mr. Marston. Quite heroic, just like in those penny dreadfuls my brother used to read. Meanwhile, if you'll excuse me, I've got a ranch to run. Of course, if you're feeling better, why not take a ride with me later? Help me patrol the perimeter. You can earn back some of that money we wasted on doctor's bills.
Of course. And thank you. For saving my life, I mean.
Next time, Mr. Marston, I strongly recommend you don't try to lose it quite so earnestly.
I'll bear that in mind.
Hello.
Bom, vamos lá, né? Será que dá pra pular aqui? Oxe, eu ia dando a volta lá à toa, rapaz.
Mr. Marston, Back in the land of the living, I see.
Figured it's about time I started paying back that $15.
Well, no time to waste. The horses are saddled up over here.
Com licença, minha senhora, mas a senhora é casada?
There's the foreman's office. It's also where we lock up good-for-nothing outlaws, such as yourself.
I'm happy enough with my current quarters right now, Miss McFarland.
I picked out a fine horse for you. Come on, time for you to see what a real ranch looks like. To your right is the general store. You won't find Parisian high fashion, but it's good for the essentials.
Very convenient. I don't think I've ever seen a ranch with its own store before.
Giddy up! And here's the corral. This one's for the horses. What do you think?
I'm no expert, but it certainly looks like a fine corral.
I suspect you've stolen more horses than you've broken.
Now, where'd you get such an idea?
First impressions are hard to erase. Yeah! I don't have time to be waiting around!
Howdy.
That's the train station. Things sure have changed since the line finally got finished, bringing in all sorts of new folk like yourself.
Is that such a bad thing?
Come on, Mr. Marston, pick up the pace! That's the barn over there. Paul built it himself when I was just a little girl.
Let's go!
And here we are, back at the house. Let's stop for a while before we head out on patrol.
You'll get no complaints from me, Miss McFarland.
Sofrimento para estacionar um cavalo. Ai, cara.
What are you waiting for? Come on, I don't fight.
Que não é bagunça não, tio. Até para estacionar o cavalo tem que saber, tio. O lugar certo.
This way! Where are you going, you strange man? You'll only get lost!
Olha, ele já tá bom já, ó. Deu uma corridinha, já não tá
How
mais
about a
tão
cold
ferido
drink,
assim.
Mr. Marston?
Thank you, ma'am. Getting shot then riding a horse seems to take it out of you. I could use a rest.
Sure. Come on in. I'll show you the house and then you can sit for a while.
Thank you.
Mr. Marston,
Miss McFarland.
remember me telling you about the trouble we've been
Opa,
having
tava
with
dormindo não,
rustlers
tava
and
só
other
descansando os olhos.
undesirables?
I do?
Will you help me keep watch on the property line this evening?
Sure.
I want to see just who is trespassing on our land.
This is a fine weapon.
Come, let's head out. The country is really beautiful at around this time.
Que arma que é essa aí, hein?
We'd best get moving. This is a dangerous time of night
Linha
for
de
us.
repetição. Ai, ai, já estamos de noite, hein? Olha só.
Right, follow me. Keep your eyes peeled for anything suspicious. Thank you, Mr. Marston. I feel a lot happier someone's along with me.
I feel a lot happier now I got a rifle.
Well, with your trigger itch and my feminine intuition, we should make quite a team.
Tô gostando do jogo sim, galera. É bem legal, viu? Dá pra ficar aqui várias horas jogando esse jogo, cara.
Look, those damn rabbits are at the crops again. Get down and give me a hand, will you? Get your rifle out. It's about time these little thieves met their maker.
Ai, matei um. Ai, matei um. Ai, tadinho. Ai, que pena, cara. Ai, que dó que deu, cara. É tão fofinho, velho. Ah, sério que eu vou ter que atirar nesses coelhinhos parado, velho? Ah, velho. Vou deixar essa mulher fazer o trabalho
Thank you,
sujo.
Mr. Marston. Looks like we'll be having rabbit stew tomorrow. Let's mount up and patrol the rest of the property. Let's get going. We've still got plenty of ground to cover. Come on, boy. If it's not the rustlers stealing our cattle, it's the rabbits stealing our crops.
It ain't never easy living off the land like this. Maybe you should move to a big city. Become a lady of leisure.
Giddy up! Look out! Coyotes! Shoot them before they get to the animals.
Let's go! I'm afraid you're mine.
Nice shot!
Mais um, né?
Come on, boys! Come on, they're headed for the chickens! Whoa!
O coiote tá deixando os animais tudo alvoroçado aqui. Eita, tem um monte.
That coyote won't be back!
Ah, não, seu safado. Roubando as galinhas, safado.
Got rid of the coyotes. I just wish we'd saved all the chickens. Let's go. I'll take you back to your room. You know, you can actually handle a rifle.
It's something I've had a little experience in.
Maybe Bill Williamson did get lucky after all.
Luck didn't really come into it, miss.
You're a useful man to have around the ranch, that's for sure. But don't think I've forgotten what brought you here. We'll do whatever we can to help you.
I sure appreciate that, Miss McFarland.
This is you, Mr. Marston. Thank you for your help, Mr. Marston. Makes me kind of happy I saved your life. Get some sleep and I will see you in the morning.
Good night, Miss McFarland.
Não precisa de companhia, comadre? Ai,
What you like
caraca.
about Drew McFarland, but he raised a proper lady. There's a change of season in the air. I feel it in my patient's bones. Well, seems there's something big hanging in the air. Could be good or bad.
Bom, galera, vamos parando por aqui, né? Eu gostei muito do jogo. A hora passou que eu nem vi, bem legal mesmo. Caso você goste aí do jogo aí, queira mais conteúdo, é só digitar aí nos comentários que a gente faz mais jogo do Red Dead 1, beleza? Eu mesmo gostei, com certeza vou jogar mais vezes, beleza? E assim, a questão do gráfico não é igual ao Red Dead 2, porém eu achei muito legal, muito interessante. Estou jogando aqui no Ultra e o gráfico não me incomoda, tá bem legal. E também o que manda no jogo não é só a questão gráfica, né, galera? É a questão também da história, da jogabilidade. E isso o Red Dead dispensa comentário, né? Falou, até o próximo vídeo.